up a chair. It's time for real talk, raw truths, and the kind of gist that hits home. This is Kitchen Table Gist. With me, your host, Abba. Let's get into it. Today, we have a very special guest with us. She's a powerhouse, a woman that can be likened to the rising of the phoenix from an ashes. She does everything based off of the grace of God. She has vast experience all the way from healthcare to housing. She's anchored by all of this by the love of a family, and she's a multi-business founder. She's self-made and walked away and walked in her purpose. She's no other person than Cecile!
Hi everyone! Thank you for having me.
It's absolutely amazing to have you on the
Thank
show. You look beautiful. I'm loving the colors.
Well, you said bring bright colors. So.
Yes, my girl brought it. Snap, 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 snap. Yes.
Thank you.
So, Cecile, tell us a little bit about yourself, just to introduce yourself to our audience.
Well, I'm Cecile Audrey Ngunu. I'm a mother of 5. I'm mainly a business owner now. I've tried every career you can think about, name it. I'm from healthcare assistant, support worker, HR advisor, marketing agent.
Oh, wow.
Executive assistant.
Wow. This woman has got stuff under her belt.
And then I just decided, well, enough of doing things for people, building people's empires. It was time I built mine. Brilliant. And I've got daughters that I feel I need to lead and show the way for. So that's where I am now, with different businesses under my belt. I'm just taking it a day at a time by God's grace and leading the way for my daughters and for other women out there, because I realized I have a purpose to lead women, build women, empower women, coach women from just rising up, showing up, because it's important. If you show up, then the consistency, you become accountable.
Yes.
Because then you build a tribe behind you, you build women that are relying on you and that are counting on you to just show up.
Yes.
So that's what I'm doing a day at a time.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Me. Honestly, that's brilliant. It's not a lot of people. We find most people will choose one career in their lifetime, and even though they have other talents and other things that they can do, but because of fear or procrastination, they get stuck in there, because they're always thinking, if I change now, what's going to happen? What if I don't? What if? So it takes a specific type of person to say, actually, I've tried this, it's not working, I'm going to do something else.
One of those.
That takes a lot of guts. So well done.
Thank you so much. Well, I'll start by saying friendship is a very big word that a lot of us, especially women, we take for granted.
Absolutely, I agree.
It's a word I'm teaching my daughters to be very careful of this gender, women. Yes.
Tell us.
If Eve from the Garden of Eden did not teach you something, I don't know what you want to learn from women, to be honest. Where we think, she's my friend, she's my sister, I can confide in her and she'll keep it. The minute you've dropped that call, girl is on the phone.
Ring, your bestie has got a bestie, mate.
Yes, I know, Well, I learned that the hard way. After my wedding 2 years ago, it was just 2 months after. Like we say, be careful what you pray for, because I think after that time, you need to feel like you're sanitizing around you. And I started saying this prayer to God. I was like, take away everyone and anyone who's not meant for me, who's not good for me, who's not going with me in this journey. I had these friends, really good when you see the character and everything. But after the wedding, and I started making those prayer points, you know, when people just change,
they just switch.
Like it was, friends just go from 100 to 0 in no time. It took me months to heal and to understand it was from the prayers. My brother passed away, and I was having like a wake keep, and she said to me, I don't do funerals. So I won't be able to attend, but if you have any need, anything, food, money, whatever, let me know. And I said to her, you're meant to be my friend, you're meant to assist me, you're meant to be there physically for me. what am I going to do with flowers and money? Is it money that, what's the money? Like, you know, when a friend says things to you like that, I think that was a red flag. As usual, women, we are so blind, or we choose to be blind. I don't know which one, but one of the above. And then it had been a couple of red flags, and then my husband used to say to me, this your friend, you know, this your friend, this your friend. And things went by and things happened. I traveled once and she was going to stay with my kids. And she charged me, auntie sent me a bill, and she was like, oh, for the 14 nights your daughters are going to stay with me, it's going to cost you 2,000 something. I was like,
oh, wow.
I was like, huh? Friend, are you charging me to, you're charging me to babysit my kids? They're old girls, they're good girls, they're big girls, they can get to the kitchen, make the food.
Do their own thing, just house them.
Yeah, you're not pampering, you're not making milk, you're not changing anybody's nappies and cleaning anyone's bum. You know, she said to me, no, it's £40 a day and this, blah, blah. She itemized everything, and I said, oh, okay. That was like, you know, an icicle through my heart. And I thought, the things I would do for free, not for free, but with the heart, because I would say to myself, this is my friend, come on, you know, we don't count, we don't charge, we don't have that between us. But there are some women that just choose to want to be too smart, always money-minded, always, what am I getting?
Yeah,
and
I know those type.
You know yourself as a woman, to be honest. You know the kind of purpose you carry, you know the light you carry. If any woman doesn't know herself, then go check yourself, because you will know that some friends are friends
not just
with
for you.
Yeah, they're not for you. They're like, forget it. But for some reason you get entangled, and then one day passes, months will pass, years will pass, they become a weight.
Yes.
That particular friend became, she became like a bag with stones. Like, she only called when she needed something. But then you'll see her the weekend. I was like, oh, you went to so-and-so party or cocktail, you did not invite me. Now you're like, oh, can I pick your daughter from school? Or can I pick your son from school? Or can I look after your daughter? This, you know, the kind of friends you do. You just go all out.
You're useful for what you get.
Exactly.
They need you on speed dial. So, you know, for the urgent 2K.
Yeah. The base on that basis, that's all.
Urgent 2K.
Oh, the drama. Yeah, it's a transaction. Exactly. It's so transactional with them, but not in a good way. Because when I sat down once and I said to I looked at the friendship and I'm thinking, what am I even getting? You know, as a woman, you need to self-assess as much as you can. Yeah. Because if not, you will carry baggages and they'll weigh you down. And I realized that friend was like that. Her own was only party. She knew all the parties and the corners. You know, we could not have a meaningful conversation.
It was very superficial.
The layer, like if there's 10 layers, she was like the top layer where you cannot even dig deep. Like it was always party, men. Come on, you're a single mom with your children. I would expect you to, you know, be a bit mature. You're slightly older than me. You have you've had challenges in life which are supposed to be lessons, you know, and it's the kind of friend you could not advise. You know, the women that always know it all. They feel like, what is this one trying to teach me? Why are you trying to show? So I've had all those issues with women all the time, because you just realize that our paths are different. Yeah. But why do we even stay together? I don't understand, because it feels like there's always that net that keeps you trapped in it. Yeah. So at what point did you realize that this friendship was toxic for you? You always know. You just know. Yeah, you know from the onset. But I think I'll say my husband, he just got to that point where he was like, sometimes you need that neutral person that will speak the truth to you in a violent way. And if you're a humble person, because you need to be humble to even listen to advice. He did say to me once, this is your friend. She's this, she's that. I don't like her for this, I don't like her. And the thing that cut it for me is one day she called my husband out of the blues. She was not even supposed to have his number. I don't know how she had his number. Can you come and hang mirror for me? What? Come and hang my mirror. Handyman moves. So yeah, we had helped her move, and basically my husband does a lot of DIY. He helped her fix like the cupboards, like he was doing it for my friend. Was that previously? Yeah, previously, before the mirror incident. So I think she had felt like, she has in him a handyman for reasons I don't understand. And he called me. I was driving once back to the house after work, and he was like, "Oh, your friend called me, and she wants me to go hang her mirror. She's got a list of things she would like me to hang." I was like, "Huh?" I parked the car, and I thought I didn't hear properly. He sent a voice note. Actually, it was not a call because I called him then. I was like, I did not hear properly. You said, what did you say?
You said it.
You said, what did you say? What did you say? And I was bubbling. You know when you're boiling inside, like what is this? What is this? Like, who does she think she is? Why not call me? And I rang him, and he said that, and I was like, what do you want to do? It's like, you're asking me what do I want to do? So that if I go to her house now, something happens, they'll be saying, "Oh, he went now." No, I don't do things like that. Yeah. If she did not go through you, and that's disrespectful. And I thought that is just disrespectful.
Absolutely disrespectful.
If you don't respect my husband, you don't respect me. You know, how has the friendship begun to be like to you? Yeah. So when I rang her, she was like, but he had offered now. Why not? I was like, no, that's not my problem. Where did you even get his number?
Exactly.
She's like, one day I took his number in your phone. I don't know what?
I wanted to call him for. Girl, I was like, you did what?
I was like, when? My phone, when? You're trying to go back to the days and picture when did that happen? How, where, how? And she was like, one day, we were taking pictures and party or whatever. I was like, so until I'm giving you my phone to take picture, you're scrolling and doing things. I'm going to my
husband's number. Hey, God, I beg, oh, God, I beg.
I was like, girl, nah, you've done it. So
what?
That was the day that made it for me for that friendship. And when I went, I was so angry. You know, when you're like, I will not do this. I would not, and I will not expect her to do it for me. You already knew she was toxic. You were just carrying along, and then you get to the point you're like, end of the road. This is that friendship that needs to end because she's taken so much out of you. Like, the kind of friend you will apply for house for. You will look for guarantor. She needed a guarantor. I went all out.
I know the type. I know those type.
Like
they are baggages.
They are. You. I felt like she needed a new car. I went to Arnold Clark with her. I did the whole application, help her choose the color, help her choose everything. I was like, I knew her date of birth, like from off heart. So I was just feeling, the guy thought it was for me, like she was my sister. And I was like, oh, you're really like, because she was walking around looking at cars and having a time. And I finished the application. By the time she came to sat down, like 30 minutes in, and the guy was like, all right, okay, we found you a black one. This year, it was 2017 year and everything brand new, blah, blah. And I had organized everything, and I'm like, when would this one do this for me?
Never.
Then to go call my husband, and I was like, right, end of friendship. And she did not grasp the message. That kind of thing where you leave 2, 3, 4 days to go. And one day she just appears at my door. And I'm like, she saw my car outside, and she's like, I'm home. I'm at your house. Is there anything? What have you cooked today?
Me, I would not open the door.
No, I did not even open.
I said, no, to my house without invitation. Please, I will not open for you.
She used to do that. We used to do that to each other when we were friends. But because I had gone through that 4 days of violence to kill her in my spirit, when you need to detox from someone, I was like, just get out. She called and said she's outside, and I'm like, I'm out of the country. I'm not home. Like, but your car is outside. I said, do I travel my car? My car is parked, yeah.
No, you put it in hold.
I know.
And they put it in the aeroplane
and go with it. So that was just, she waited in front of my house.
What?
And that day I was stuck at home inside. And I couldn't pick my kids. It started raining. I couldn't go pick my kids at school.
Are you kidding me?
I checked my camera from my bed. I'm like, what's this girl still doing?
Because she knows the school run time and you need to go. So she wants to catch you in the line.
But she's not that smart. You can't, And I just, she called my husband after she had done that. And I thought, I still said to my husband, block her. But I don't know, for some reason he must have forgotten. She called him. I was like, is your wife, I need to give something to your wife. And she said she's traveled. And my husband just said, she's not in the country. As per, he would know that that's what I've said to her. And he rang me and said, tell your friend to not ever call me again. I said, you to block her now,
So she can't reach you.
She cannot reach you. How has she got access to you? Because I can see her on the camera. She stayed there and then left me a letter. I don't know, she had left me a letter, and the letter was like, oh, I'm not a child. We don't need to behave like children. I don't know why you would say to me you're not in the country. I'm sure you're in your house. And she left, and she was getting into the bitterness. Not even, what, that friend has not understood what she's done, even though you've addressed it, and she still wants to make you look like a fool. That was that. To me, I think it's a power God gave me. Once you stop existing, you stop existing.
In my orbit, you're just dead.
I don't even see you. Like the day I saw her waving, like I was blank, because for me, my hand will be even too heavy to even lift, and even the high with the fake smile and everything. I don't do that. So I think we women, we know when that friendship is not it anymore. We have the feeling. God gave us
the intuition.
That's it,
and we just know that, you know what,
this is not working anymore. It's dead from a long time. That was friend number 1. Friend number 2 got married. I was her maid of honor at the marriage, at the wedding and everything. She went all out for our wedding, and when you've been there for someone, and as soon as she got married, the gist was, oh, I need to focus on my marriage. I need to.
One of those.
She needs to focus on her husband.
Okay.
She needs to filter up. I was like, so me, I'll pass through the filter too.
Wow, maid of honor that you is?
I know, I like, seriously. That came as a shock. And I thought she was joking, like we would joke and say things.
No.
After helping you build your relationship, and because theirs was new, I had been in mine for like 3 years. So I was like advising her, sometimes she'll do some things or tell me some things that she's done. I was like, no, don't do like this. He's your man, and do like this, behave like this. So like, why are you trying to be all this nice, humble, wife-ish? And I'm like, because I learned that that's how you have to be, You, after all that, you say you want to sanitize your home, and I'm part of the sanitization that has to. Friend number 2 in 3 years. That's 2. The last one was one I thought she was my daughter's godmother.
Okay.
And with growth, they say, comes new devils or new levels. I don't know which one. But then when I left employment, she's one of those that supported me through my breakup, my divorce and everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's that kind of friend that got comfortable with seeing me down. Because the more I rose to different new things that were working,
the more they will have an issue with it. Yeah.
She wanted to become Madam Advisor. That the advisor you don't ask advice from. And you just feel like she's like a sister to me. I'll share the good news, but that good news, when I will celebrate you, I'll be like, oh, come on, girl, well done, and all that. She's like, oh, well done. And the coldness, and you hear that
because they can't deal with the movement, like your growth
too fast.
It's too fast. And like, isn't not this girl that we used to roll in the mud together?
Exactly.
And now she's leaving me in the mud. So that's the issue. It's not you that is the problem. It's because you're a mirror to such people, and they are seeing their own failures.
So you don't understand that, though.
So they need to knock you down, for them to feel better in their mud. That's all it is, honestly.
She's a girl that decided to have a career. She's married, she's got a kid, she's got a life. And it's just that kind of woman that would think she has everything everyone would envy. But I don't do envy.
No.
That's one thing. I've told God, if there's a sin that you'll find in my heart, don't let it be envy.
Honestly, I don't. Honestly, Cecile, I don't understand women being envious of each other. You can admire somebody.
Admiring is different, though.
It's different. You can admire it. You can work towards it. There could be a role model. There could be an inspiration towards you. But why do you need to come to a place of
why is it always her?
Why is it always her?
The jealousy.
Why is it always
and the everything?
The time you use to be envious of somebody, put that energy into yourself and build yourself.
And you'll see how you grow.
And you'll see how you grow. Yeah. There's no magic anywhere.
Self-development. It's important for women.
Very.
And this friend just, one out of the blues, I post a lot of like some things I do, like when I go view properties for clients and things like that. And I went into a property academy to learn how to do it the right way. So I was at the academy one day about a few months ago, 3-4 months ago, and our assignment from our mentors was basically to show people the raw truth about the academy, like how much it cost, the investment, time, blah, blah, blah. And I did that like the whole day because I was there for 3 days. And I would not know who watches my status. I'm not one of those who monitors. I've posted to inspire. That's it. That's done. If you comment, I'll reply, say thank you, whatever.
It's all well and good.
I would not know she's seen it. And I just gave her a call out of the blues because she was on my mind to say hi. And she was like, oh, lately you've been giving all this influencer vibes that I'm not liking.
What?
And yeah, and she's... It was like, oh, you're supposed to be inspiring people, but you're showing off. And what did she say again? Oh, why are you encouraging people to get into liabilities rather than assets? Like, she gave me a talk, you know, when you're on the phone holding the phone.
Oh my days.
And you don't know what's going on. And you're like, this from you. Like, you of all people, I would have expected a well done, an accolade. Like, oh girl, I'm with you. It was really bad. Like, I'm like, you want to educate me on liability and assets. You can't, because I'm in the environment where I'm learning the difference. And although I love cars and everything and all the flashy lifestyle, this is not the season for that for me. I'm in the season where I'm building. So if you think you're educating me on liability and asset, she really wanted to give me an education. I felt so insulted, you know, when you feel the pain, like the hurt. And I was like, I'll call you back later.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Where somebody might say something to you like, they see you do something nice and you look all glam and everything or whatever it is, and they come and tell you, oh, don't be wasting money. You need to be investing it in trust funds.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, shut up. How do you know what I'm doing? Like, how do you know what I've got in place?
Exactly. You have, because people, I think we think because of 12 years friendship, oh, we know each other,
please.
We are friends, she's my bestie.
They are the worst.
I think the longer you keep people in your life, the more you should even be aware of how dangerous they become.
They become
because
dangerous.
They know you too much.
They know you a lot, and they will champion. They will be the face of a campaign against you. Trust me. Yeah. Lived it, been there, done that. I'm talking from experience, man. The people you know the most, the ones you've carried on your head 20 years, 25 years, that's my sister. A nobody from nowhere that they've just met becomes their what do you call their
partner in destruction. Like,
oh my God, please just take it.
I was like, oh God, okay, one more lost this year. I think since I made that prayer, it's been off. From one disaster to another. The things you would not even think about, the things you would not even feel, like from people that would just stab and it's been really awkward and bad.
I can imagine. So this is the goal. They see you flying and they want to nip your wings.
Oh well.
They want to humble you. That's all it is. I'm going to humble her.
How do you humble an eagle's wings?
My darling, can you even catch it? Can you even see it?
So yeah, that was the last one that hurt me was losing. I had a set during my wedding, perfumes and all that I know one of the girls with me who was supposed to be a friend stole. Wow. And when I addressed that, the friendship went sour. And I thought, okay, I think I'm not made for friends, You just, that place, you get to that place with time, with age, with experience, with the pains and the hurt, where you feel like, women just drain you, like some women.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting. And then I just said, I'm not doing friends again. It's tiring. It's just, come on.
Yeah.
And you have the old friends that want to come back in your life. You don't even know why. Friends that
they want to come and see what's up. They see you shining, so now they need to come and know what's going on with her. Let me reach out. Let me go there and see finish.
Exactly.
That's it.
And like you said about the campaign, I had one that did that, and it took me a long time to realize she was behind a lot of the gossips that was going, like I would say around Manchester about me. Where someone would tell you.
I didn't hear anything.
So that you not go far enough.
I don't move in those circles, baby.
I didn't go far enough then. But I think that was the worst pain, knowing that she was obviously she would have been, they believed her because she was a friend and
Yes.
and oh no, she did sleep around. Did you know her husband said she is, she
my
was. So I used to
God.
go with her to those clubs. You know, she'll talk about you like,
And people will believe.
of course she knows you. And that was the height of things that just made me feel like, God, seriously, it's, you know, heavy. And I got evidences from inquiring and actually, who told you that? And who told you this? And they'll be pointing the finger at her and her and at her. And you know, I'm not the type that will come and be like, oh, I heard you said. I don't
Just
do
keep it
that.
moving.
I just
Move
moved on
on.
and
That's
moved
it.
on. And the moving on kind of irritated her because one day she
Yes.
reached out and she's like, oh, I would like us to do lunch. Do you want to now poison me? It's been so long. What do you want to do lunch with me for?
I want to finish you
or
off.
to know the latest gist.
A snake will always be a snake, even if it changes its skin. Trust
the
me.
more it changes his skin, even aware, because just I think that was the main ouch. Your own friend labeling and making up stories, sending on WhatsApp group chats.
Wow.
And thank God there was no AI then, because I'm sure she would have done pictures of me doing things and being in places where I have not been, you know. So we used to go to parties and things. I will not be doing anything, but the fact that you take a video that you're using to send a message, and I saw all those things, and when you put that in a pile,
look at the video. Look at what she sent me. You see, we were there.
We were there.
Oh God! Oh,
so that was the ouch moments for me.
Oh my God! Oh my God! So that is your stories. Friendship stories are really inspiring, honestly. And even me sitting here next to you, I would say it made me feel a little better. And I'll tell you why I felt, because a lot of the things you were saying, I could relate to, because these are things that I've personally experienced as well. So it's good to know that, right, this is not just me, you know, this is something, this is just the way the world is. This is life. This is what happens. And what do we do in aftermath of all of this as grown women? We shake it off. We move on.
It's harder, it's easier said than done, to be honest.
It's painful to shake off.
It is. There are friends that would have gotten in you, your skin. Like when I say detox, that means you have to delete your pictures, you have to delete years of videos, you have to delete memories, you even have to delete it from your children, because one day they'll be asking,
where is auntie
so and so?
Thank you.
Know, I was used to tell my daughters that she's in the past. That's when they've not seen her for a while. And they'll be like, and I just want to make sure, because the world is becoming more and more vile for our children. I am scared for the future for my girls. I'm like, because children nowadays are more naive.
Yes.
We that grew in Africa, we at least have the strength, the boldness, the stamina that our parents put in us, our mothers, you know, taught us.
The slapping, the
whooping. Yeah, we do not even visit friends then. We don't sleep over. All the things that, you know, girls want to do these days. So it's scary that we don't. I wish I could build the world and just dump them, put them there and grow there, and I'll come and get you out when you're ready.
Later on. This is the thing I want us for you to tell people. I found your stories relatable, but what we've touched on, it was difficult to detox yourself from people. What did you do exactly? How did you feel in those moments while you were detoxing? Did you cry? Were you sad? Like, what was your coping mechanism? So that somebody else that's going through this?
There's no coping mechanism, to be honest. You take it one day at a time, because people you've taken as family, as part of you, I'll say pray. Me, I just used to, you know, when everything has failed, you know, at least God listens, you know, at least He's there. I would just sit sometimes, I would cry. Like, you feel like trash. You feel like you've been used tissue. They've used you, now they can dump you. You know, I cannot lie. I won't say, oh, I did this or that. No, there's no coping mechanism, because the worst thing is you're going to see those friends once in a while, because you either hang at the same supermarket, you're in the neighborhood, you go to one wake keep, one party, one birthday. It's hard. It is painful. If you were real in the friendship, it will pain you when it comes from some people. So there's no coping mechanism. Take it one day at a time, and you get to that point where you understand it's not your fault. You cannot be everybody's cup of tea.
True.
Once you know that, and I think I had a syndrome at one point where I don't know if I was a people pleaser, but sometimes we're in that place where we want to be liked, we want to be loved, we want to be called, oh, that nice friend, that great friend. And
I can rely on her.
Yeah.
She's always there for me.
Forget all that. As a woman, if you're past 30 and you're still thinking like that, you hit the ground and you don't know what hits you.
There'll be nobody to catch you.
That's why you will properly hit the ground. There's no coping mechanism. I cried when I needed to cry because it pinches the heart. It's women, you taught family. I told her some things about me. She was part of my home. Who has she told? And things like that. So go to God.
Take it to God. You heard it, people.
The best
Take it
place.
to God.
Everything I just learned, and I think it was him teaching me the hard way, because I was like, me, I like friends.
Yes.
We rely on each other. And
let's
all
do
that.
brunch.
Exactly.
Let's do lunch. Let's go out. Spa.
There are some good friendships, don't get me wrong, but the ones that have taught me the hardest lessons are the ones where I felt like I relaxed, and you think
you let your guard down.
Yeah, this thing we call years, because we've been friends for 5 years. You think, let me let my guard down. You never really know someone. So I'll say to every woman, pray for your friendships.
Yes.
Pray to God. The prayer that says, God, expose her heart. Oh, you'll be amazed.
It's a powerful one.
When you say that prayer, be ready.
Because that's the thing. Oh God,
the colors that will come out.
I've prayed that prayer and I barely survived. I prayed that prayer. I barely survived. 31st night, 2023. I prayed it. 2024 showed me Shende Pro Max.
Pepe, all round. I don't understand. You know,
the devils were coming out from the corners. Oh my God!
Expose the people in my life and expose their hearts.
Hey, that
you need
prayer.
To tie belts.
Be ready
when you have prayed.
Emotionally, spiritually,
everything.
Because.
Even the worst thing, it comes from people you thought
you don't expect.
Oh, this one,
this one is mine. This one is mine. Hey, God, so, you know, I know it's shocking. You would hear. I want you to touch on something again. You said you'll be hearing yourself being described, and you'll be looking for the person that they're describing. That please.
I've had people talk to me about me.
Hey, God, I beg.
Do you know this girl? I said, who's that? They give you a name. Because I have 2 first names. People know me.
Just like me.
People don't know me as Cecile. They know me as Audrey.
Okay.
So when you say Cecile or Cecile or whatever, or Audrey, and because that person does not know me, but maybe we'll meet at a party and we sit down and start gisting out of the blues, like criticizing the party. What is that and all that? You just join in.
Just banter.
It's banter, and then it's for fun. And then you'll be like, this woman, have you heard about... I don't live in Manchester, but I've heard about this woman. Have you heard of her? And then they'll talk. And then you'll be like, what's her name? And they give your name, you'll be like, when did that happen? I missed my own story.
You know,
what was that? You know, what part of my chapter was it? Oh, it was amazing. The life, the past 6 years of my life have been like,
my God.
But you know, depression is real. Women, we take that lightly. It is real. If you don't have me, I will always say God, because I know there are things that were supposed to grind me and kill me, that I just said, Daddy, I cannot do this one.
Over to you.
I beg, just, I will just sometimes sit on the floor and you will cry and feel like you want to cry your intestines out.
Food.
You cannot, you can't, you don't even shower, even you can't even, because some women want to look fly out than act like, me, I don't cry, me, I don't do this and that. It's not true. Don't go home and then grasp your pillow and be inside, A lot of us do that and we want to act a movie out there. It's not necessary.
Or some people, their default is camera. Like, it's a liar. They are suffering behind that camera.
I used to do that too. I did that look. I did that. Like, I will cry the whole night. But if I have an event the next day, the way I will look, they tell you that this woman spend the night on her.
You'll be like, no.
Yeah, you will not believe. There's no need. If you have a story, if you have scars, you have wounds,
They are your victory scars.
There are women out there that need to know, that need to hear. There's no need to. Women pretend a lot.
That's the problem, though.
Pretend too much.
You know, that's the problem.
Especially, never.
Why though? Why do we do that?
When you know who you are, your uniqueness, your skills, your talents, if you don't show yourself the way you want to be seen, or show yourself the way you want to be addressed.
Yes, I agree with you on that.
All these clothes and masks you want to wear to be looked as. If you love God, go all out for God. If you're a Christian, be a Christian.
With your full chest.
With your full chest. Posting scriptures don't make you a Christian.
No, it doesn't.
I don't personally post scriptures. But girl, when I want to pray, I will pray.
Yes.
And every day I pray.
Yeah.
I will speak to God. I speak to Him every day about everything. But I don't have the need to show it all out and pretend, and because what you don't know you're doing is the scriptures you're posting. People are looking at your life to say, is she even living all these things?
Is she living these things?
You know. So that's the thing with women. We need to really stop the
hypocrisy and the piousness.
Yes, we want to be too holy, pious, and some of us, if they show the movie of your life, you will leave earth for us, like you will hide.
No, it will be a one-way ticket to the VIP section of hellfire.
Exactly, definitely there. So
VIP section of hellfire.
There's no coping mechanism to heartbreak from friendship. Just
a day at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you.